A group of home and business owners is sounding the alarm on what they call a scamming contractor.
And KSAT Investigates found several police reports in a small claims court case filed against the San Antonio area business called Deutsch Does It All. Lee Waldman explains ways you can keep this from happening to you.
He gave us a contract, we signed that, we gave him the 60% of it.
It's the same story.
Signed the contract, gave him 60%.
Over and over again.
He had required 60% up front.
With the same disappointing ending.
Everything that has come out of his mouth has been a lie to us.
He is not responding to any calls, any text, any emails.
He voided the contract by walking out on us.
Each of these women hired Kyle Deutsch as a general contractor. Lauren Palladini signed her contract with Deutsch and his business, Deutsch Does It All, on May 1st.
We had been looking for a contractor to do some projects on our new build just to make it a little more customized and whatnot.
Cabinetry, shelving, custom-built cubby, and a mud bench. The contract says work would start tentatively May 15th and finish on the 24th.
I sent my husband there on his lunch. He pulled out, it was $5,400.
On May 23rd, Andy Stevenson signed a contract with Deutsch for a much larger project.
I needed new floors. I wanted the interior of my house painted, cabinets hung up, bathroom renovation, things like that.
How much was that 60%?
$27,000.
Her work was supposed to be done tentatively on June 30th.
I did my due diligence. He provided insurance. He provided, LLC paperwork.
Madeline Enox and Sarah Winchester trusted Deutsch to transform their new storefront into a chic salon in time for their opening week.
And you all hired him, signed the contract early July.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When was everything supposed to be completed?
July 31st was the deadline that was stated in the contract.
It's well past all of their deadlines, and none of the work is complete.
Dust everywhere, unfinished projects left and right.
He wouldn't show me the cabinets, wouldn't show me the receipts.
They tore out all my carpet. They tore off all the baseboards and door jambs. They left the tack strips all on the floor.
All three have tried to get their money refunded from Deutsch with no success. They began posting about their experiences with him online and found others have gone through the same. Several police reports have been filed in Bexar, Guadalupe, and Comal County, and Palladini has filed with small claims court. However, she's having trouble serving Deutsch with the lawsuit. A quick online search showed Deutsch's LLC was dissolved because of tax issues in June 2022.
It's not fair what he's doing to people, and it's wrong, and I'm determined to put an end to it.
Deutsch provided this insurance paperwork. Stevenson said she called. They confirmed the policy was canceled.
In Texas, general contractors aren't required to have a license to operate. So how do you protect yourself?
Finding a contractor that you can trust, it can be kind of difficult.
Tom Scalisi worked as a general contractor for years in New York. Now he writes articles about it. Scalisi has no connection to Deutsch or any of his clients. He says doing research on your own before handing over any money is key. And if you get insurance documents from the contractor, call the insurance right then and there.
And then if something happens, you know that you'll at least be having some financial backing through their insurance company.
If the timeline for the job or the price you're being offered is too good to be true, it probably is. Enox thinks state policies need to be changed to ensure contractors can be held accountable if they don't do what they're hired to. Similar to California laws. There, if a contractor regularly breaks contracts, they can face fines, jail time, and may have their license revoked. In Texas, you can file a consumer complaint with the Attorney General's office.
If it's a contractor that just is fly by night and you can't track them down, it can be really hard to complain to anybody and get any real resolution.
People are just going to scam you. I mean, some people, it's just in their nature, and I think that's Kyle Deutsch.
I tried calling Deutsch to talk about the claims against him, and we showed up at his last known address. When he finally did reach out to me, he said in a phone call his lawyer would be handling things moving forward. I asked for his lawyer's information. He promptly hung up and has stopped returning calls and texts. For KSAT Investigates, I'm Lee Waldman.
If you want more tips on how to avoid being scammed by a contractor, we have those for you on our website, KSAT12. We'll be right back. Finding teachers for the classroom continues to be a challenge.
Yeah, that's why some local school districts are looking outside of the country for teacher talent. Camelia Juarez tells us how Harlandale ISD is the latest district recruiting teachers across borders.
This shortage has been something that has affected everybody across the nation. Here at Harlandale, it's no exception.
Harlandale ISD is short 60 teachers.
We've been trying really hard to fill those positions. We've been trying to reach out, advertise, trying to get those positions filled.
With that kind of understaffing, school board members are broadening their talent search across the world by sponsoring work visas.
I think it's a win-win situation for everybody. We're helping those international teachers get here to the United States and teach here in American schools. And at the same time, we are providing our students with even more opportunities.
One opportunity for students is learning 2 languages. Veraza says finding bilingual teachers is a challenge.
97% of our students are Hispanic. As you know, San Antonio is a big city for Spanish speakers as well. And so by having those Spanish speakers, those dual language classes, we are preparing our students for the future.
Harlandale is not the only school district recruiting out of the country. San Antonio ISD has been sponsoring work visas for international teachers as far as Nicaragua.
We're very excited that this was approved. We think that it's a great starting point to get our teachers into the classrooms.
Teachers from another country could be in Harlandale hallways as soon as next year. We have more information on how to apply on our website, KSAT.com. Camila Juarez, KSAT12 News.
News around America now. President Joe Biden has ordered a federal coordinator to oversee long-term recovery efforts in East Palestine, Ohio. That's after that train derailment that spilled toxic chemicals back in February. In the executive order, FEMA has been tasked with appointing the federal coordinator. Part of that role will be to conduct a comprehensive assessment of any needs not addressed by Norfolk Southern. The February train crash sent poisonous fumes across East Palestine, temporarily displacing residents and killing thousands of fish.
Home prices rose last month as markets continue to experience low inventory. According to the National Association of Realtors, the median price for existing homes in August, $407,000. That's across the country. That's nearly 4% higher than a year ago. This is the second month of rising home prices with low inventory, buyers competing for the few homes available in their local markets. The number of completed sales also dropped in August compared to July.
Have any travel plans? Hitting the road this fall might look a little different than in years past.
Yeah, while airfares have dropped as usual, there are other issues predicted for the upcoming travel season. Mike Valerio explains.
Fall is here, and with it usually comes ideal travel conditions. Flights and gas are typically cheaper and airports less crowded.
September and October marks a time when most students go back to school. Folks head back to regular work schedules after a more flexible summer.
This year, however, could look very different. Gas prices reached record highs this week, and the national average remains above $3.85, according to AAA. The good news, according to an expert from the travel app Hopper, autumn airfares are 9% less expensive than last year and 10% cheaper than in 2019.
This is in part due to higher capacity on the airline side and the opening of international demand this summer.
But that higher capacity could hit a snag. Contract negotiations continue with flight attendants at 4 major airlines as they inch closer to potential strikes. The looming government shutdown could also cause major travel headaches. TSA officers would have to work without pay, threatening delays across the country. It would also halt training on new air traffic controllers at a time when they're already struggling with staff shortages.
A government shutdown would stop us in our tracks. It would stop training at just the moment when we're finally trending positive again.
In Los Angeles, I'm Mike Valerio.
Well, you're going to have to travel if you're in search of fall temperatures because they are not here yet, Mia.
Nope, it is very summer-like out there, and that trend is just going to continue into this weekend, especially for the fall equinox, which is on Saturday as we get ready to officially kick off the fall season. So yes, that's something that we will be monitoring over the next few days, but a pattern change looks to move in early next week, and not only will that bring a few rain chances back into the forecast, but also could bring down temperatures just a little bit next week as well. We also have a new drought monitor update that came in. We'll get you a look at that after the break.
The man charged with shooting 3 San Antonio police officers in August has finally been indicted on year-old charges. Jesse Garcia was indicted earlier this month for possession of methamphetamine with intent to deliver and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. He still faces 8 charges related to the shooting of those 3 SAPD officers last month.
The San Antonio Police Department also investigating after they say a man let his dog bite another man in the neck during an argument. It happened this morning near North Colorado and West Martin. Officers say Marcus Davila let his large dog attack the man, the victim in serious condition. Davila now facing several felony charges. That's his picture.
The San Antonio International Airport getting its first nonstop flight to Germany. Starting next May, the airport will offer flights to Frankfurt, Germany 3 times a week. Tickets are on sale now on Condor Airlines website, starting at around $980. And that's your 60-second recap.
Not till May, though. I was kind of curious what temperatures were in Germany right now.
Yeah.
But, doesn't do me any good till May.
I was going to say probably not in the upper 90s. If I had to take a guess.
Yeah, I'm guessing you're right.
Just because even here we're really not supposed to be in the upper 90s when you look at the average, right? Our average is right around 90 degrees, and we've consistently been above that over the past several days. And take a look at our temperature trend as we head into the upcoming weekend. Still upper 90s expected pretty much each afternoon, close to the century mark on Sunday. But then we start to see those afternoon highs come down by a few degrees, more to the tune of the low to mid 90s as we head into the middle of next week. And that's all thanks to a few pattern changes that work in, an isolated chance for a few storms Sunday evening, and then a slightly better chance as we head into our Monday evening. So we'll talk all about it, starting off though with a look at current conditions in and around the San Antonio area right now. For most of us in the 90s, 98 officially over at the airport, 92 in Canyon Lake, it's 99 in New Braunfels, 97 over in Devine. And when we tack on the humidity, dew points, how we measure that low level moisture in the air, currently in the 60s, it feels just a few degrees warmer. And really, as we head into the overnight hours and especially tomorrow morning, that humidity is going to build back in even more so. So some cloud cover is expected first thing tomorrow. It will be a muggy start for the Friday morning commute. We're going to start off around 76 degrees here in San Antonio at about 7 a.m. Then we'll start to see a bit more sunshine return by lunchtime, a temperature around 89, 95 by 2 p.m. and then a forecast high around 97 degrees. And more of us than not, unfortunately, going to miss out. But we do have a 10% chance for a very stray shower to pop up generally through the afternoon and right before sunset. Better chances of finding that across our far southern and eastern counties. But again, most of us stay quiet, especially Saturday. And then into Sunday, our northern counties could find an isolated storm or two as we start to see some of those changes work back in. Then a better chance to find some scattered rain and thunderstorms works in Monday evening as well. So here's the setup. Again, we are quiet here in south central Texas, a different story closer to the Metroplex and into southeastern Oklahoma. We've got 2 centers of high pressure that are currently in control of our weather pattern, and that is going to continue tomorrow into Saturday. But then watch what happens into Sunday. That moves farther off to the southwest. We see just enough room for a weak boundary to work its way into central Texas. Here's your Sunday evening. A few isolated storms possible, especially across the hill country, southern Edwards Plateau. Then we catch a break into the first half of our Monday, and then that slightly better chance for some scattered rain and storms moves in Monday evening. Still some details to fine tune on that. It is still too early to talk about exact rainfall totals. Any little bit will help though. Here's the latest drought monitor that was released earlier this morning. We did see a few small improvements up in the western hill country, but you can see still for most of us, we definitely need rain. Every category of drought that there is in place across some portion of south central Texas. So we will cross our fingers for early next week. Temperatures do come down a bit after that, but until then, still the upper 90s for any of those weekend plans, guys.
All right. Thank you, Mia.
The Buzz coming up next. To the Buzz, and it stinks to lose something expensive, sometimes literally. Michigan woman learned the hard way that some things just aren't worth retrieving. Police said they had to rescue that woman from an outhouse near a boat launch.
Yeah, here's what happened. She lowered herself into the toilet to retrieve her Apple Watch, which had fallen in. Then she got stuck inside. The woman was heard calling for help. When first responders got there, they had to remove that toilet and lower a strap to hoist the woman out safely.
We're sure it was an Apple Watch? It wasn't an AirPoddy?
Oh my gosh. No word on if she actually got the watch, but we got the pun.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift fans crashed Google trying to solve puzzles that she posted. Swift posted the puzzles to reveal some of the titles of some previously unreleased tracks that will debut on re-recordings of old albums, now dubbed Taylor's version.
You can listen to them on your AirPods. And for her upcoming 1989 Taylor's version album, Swift paired up with Google to post 89 puzzles for her fans to solve. The vault containing those song titles would be unlocked as soon as the puzzles were figured out. With so many Swifties participating, 33 million puzzles collectively solved, enough to crash Google. Bringing down Google.
I believe it.
Only temporarily, though.
I'm calling them AirPoddies from now on. My sons will love that. We'll be right back. That is all our time. Thanks for watching the news at 6.
We had fun. Hope you did too. We'll see you back here on the Night Beat at 10.
AirPoddies. Jeez.